Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to Sarah Kennedy and Friends. We have such a great show for you tonight, and it's slam-packed. Normally, we have 2 guests. Guess what? Tonight, 3 guests. And still segment, which I know is some of y'all's favorite segment. Okay, you know what? No more ado. Let's get into it.
Sarah Kennedy. Friends. Sarah and Friends.
That's right. It's Sarah Kennedy and Friends. I got a haircut, so now you guys can see that I listen in over here and that I'm not just an all-hearing, all-knowing goddess. Anyway, I am Sarah Kennedy. I am the host of this show. I'm super excited to have you all. The show is part Sarah Kennedy, and that's why I'm introducing myself right now. But really, the focus is on the friends. So it's not just the guests that we have on the show. And tonight we've got amazing guests: Danny Vega, A. Castillo, and Emily Winter. We also have all of you who are watching at home right now, or maybe on your phone and oot and a boot, wherever you're watching. If you'd like to comment, we love getting to interact with you in the comments. If you're watching this on my personal Facebook page right now, those don't come through, so I don't get a chance to interact with those. So your best bet for getting your comment seen on this show and interacting with us is to either watch on the Box's YouTube channel, or you can also watch it through the Twitch. There's 2 Twitch channels that it's showing on right now. So it's on the Boxes, which is the performance space and improv theater that I get to do this show through, their Twitch channel, and also on the Spec Script Twitch channel. The Spec Script podcast is a show that I'm on every Saturday, and they so graciously let me simulcast onto their Twitch channel also. I know Scotty Max is in the house today. I saw him already. He was saying, hey, see right there. See, it's so good. Hi. Oh, thanks for the thanks. It helps. I mean, it's better. I have these big DJ headphones, and you guys don't want that. I just cut my hair. Why would I cover it up with headphones? It's not worth it. But anyway, so if you're looking to interact just like that, go ahead and put your comments in, and we'll make sure that this is a conversation, because it's all of us friends, all of us hanging out on this Thursday night. Okay, so it's a talk show. It follows a basic talk show standard setup and thing. So there's segments, there's guests, and there should be a monologue. But as you all know, I like to outsource my monologue. And tonight's monologue is a classic one. He posted it today from Tyler Jackson. Tyler Jackson is a comedian out of LA. He does Late Late Breakfast, and he's just an all-around great dude with great jokes. And he is also TJ Axe on Venmo. We've done this before. You guys know the drill. He's so brilliant that if you like this outsourced monologue, please send him money on Venmo. But here is tonight's 2-minute news minute from Tyler Jackson. Come on, man. Come on. Why? You know, occasionally this happens. Tyler is talent.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Jackson. It's April 8th, and it's time for the 2-minute news minute. Let's start the clock. Lil Nas X has released a video game based on his Montero video.
Oh my gosh.
Called
And
Hero,
this joke about Lil Nas X, it's killer. All right, well, here's the deal. Now more than ever, you should definitely Venmo Tyler, because his words are genius. And I'm fixing the sound right now, which is why I'm trying to also filibuster. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before in a situation. Oh, I got it. Okay. Also, I've learned that I need to be more comfortable with silence. And I know at this point now you're all watching and streaming, and I could lose you at any moment. So this would be a good time if I could jingle some keys. That would probably work really well. I could show you this gift that came from my my sister-in-law for Christmas. Do you guys want to see? Okay. Okay, first off, let's go to the comments while I'm fixing this. What do you think is in this tiny Christmas box from my sister-in-law? Nice. Hey, how's it going, New Mexico Entertainment? I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for being here watching. Tiny box. Do we think it's another earpiece? It is not. I'll tell you that right now. You're getting colder. Okay, I know. You guys are lights. Nope, no lights. All right, I won't wait for. I'll show you guys exactly what's inside of it. It is, in fact, minifigures of Xena and Gabrielle from the TV show Xena Warrior Princess. Could you have guessed that? You probably could have guessed that if you knew me. I love Xena and Gabrielle. I'll take them out of the bag. They don't have to be mint condition. They were custom made on Etsy. That's one of the best gifts you could possibly have. While I'm also share the audio. Good. Okay. All right. I don't know if you guys ever made a custom minifigure, but if you'd make them in the actual Lego store, they don't give you the full outfit options. This is Gabrielle. It's like a season 5 Gabrielle. This is all just complete filibuster. And then here's Xena. Xena right there. She's looking good. This is definitely like a not pregnant season 5 Xena. Completely different. Okay. All right, we got him. I think we're ready to do this now. Here with the 2-minute news minute, we got Tyler Jackson.
Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Jackson. It's April 8th and it's time for the...
Maybe there was like...
Let's start the clock. Lil Nas X has released a video game based on his Montero video called Twerk Hero, in which you move Nas's butt in time to the music.
Okay, well, it doesn't... You know what? The game is it's totally fine. This is really one of those situations where Tyler is a genius, and you guys should definitely support him whenever you get a chance to. And next time, we'll get to show it. Please support him. Go on to Venmo and send $5, and maybe he'll just send you the video personally at that point. For $5, you can see that video that I just previewed muted. Okay. No problem. Man, we got like a stack show with people that I super respect. And of course we have the like very few times that there's like real technical issues. But the rest of the show, it's going to go super smoothly. I believe it, because it's time for one of your favorite sections and mine. Guest. I love guest because it's a chance to see the comedy stylings of one of my friends. And today's friend is a fantastic comedian that I met out in New York, but now he's on his way to LA. He is the host of the Am I an A-hole Asshole podcast based on the very popular Reddit thread. Please welcome the comedy stylings of one Mr. Danny Vega.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sarah, for that wonderful introduction. How we doing? How we doing, folks? We enjoying quarantine? I'm liking it. I'm actually been intermittent fasting. Anybody else doing this? Having some success there? It's actually going great. I'm down to just 4 friends. So I don't even have 4 friends. I'm in Arizona currently. I'm visiting my parents. It's been over a year since I've seen my parents. It was long enough that I actually missed them. That was kind of cool. It's weird because my dad always likes to say, and like everyone in Arizona likes to say, oh, it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat. I don't understand why people in Arizona are selling us on their worst trait, on its worst trait. Right? Thank you for the laugh there, by the way. Why is Arizona selling us on its worst trait? I feel like that would be like if you went to Ohio and they're like, Ohio, welcome. It's an affordable boredom. Welcome to West Virginia. Hey, yes, it's a consensual incest. All right? Hey, come on. Don't be mad at us. So I'm in Arizona. I love the AZ. Just hanging out with one of my friends here. And she said something weird. She goes, I prefer cats because they're like people. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry for whatever happened to you. Come here, give me a hug. I feel like if you think cats are like people, get new people. What are you doing? A lot of people think I'm anti-cat. Not anti-cat. I just believe that, cats are basically neutral. People, oh, my cat loves me. No, you're in a dom sub sitch with a tiny tiger. That's what's happening. That cat can't leave. This is actually true. I mean, it was in the New York Post, but I think it's true. It has the flavor. It rhymes with the truth. If you die in your apartment, a dog won't eat you till he's starving. Has to be completely. If you die in your apartment, your cat will wait 1 day, and then you're a fancy feast. That's not a friend, right? Like if you pass out at your friend's house and instead of putting your fingers in warm water, he put them in broth to eat you, that is not a friend. That's why I always get upset when people are like, oh, I lost my cat. Where's Shadow? Shadow won't come back. Shadow is thriving. Shadow now leads a polygamous community, got 35 kids, drives a Lexus, has an infinity pool of milk. Shadow isn't lost. Shadow found himself. Okay, he escaped the dom sub sitch you were trapping him in. That's right, a dog versus cats joke in 2021. I think it covers new ground. Don't come for me. What else is going on? I'm sober. That's why I'm writing dog cat jokes, because nothing interesting happens to me, people. I am sober. You know what I miss about drinking, though? Waking up and knowing exactly why I hate myself. I really miss that. When you're drinking, it's easy. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have had that shot at 2 a.m. What was I thinking? A shot of Jaeger at 2 a.m. But when you're sober, you're just confused. You're just like, oh, God, was this a pint of ice cream I had last night, or that I was raised Catholic? I sometimes have to go to bars. Obviously, I haven't been to a bar for a while. I haven't updated my act. I haven't really written any material. This is all ancient. Okay, I'm getting 1 minute. I want to run this new joke, actually. Drugs. I was thinking about drugs and jobs. Have you guys ever noticed, why is it always jobs that drug tests? The only jobs that drug test are the jobs that you need drugs to do, right? It's crazy. I say minimum wage, maximum drugs, right? Like if you work behind any kind of a counter, I think they should drug test you to make sure that you're high. That's what I think. All right. Well, that was a 1 minute mark, so I think I can wrap it up there. Thank you guys. I'm sure you've been great. I did get some laughs there from the chat. Thanks for interacting. Hey, there's Sarah. Hey.
Yeah. Great job, Danny. That was awesome. Thank you. Okay, so if you see, look, Scotty Max coming in.
Scott Max is my man. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, really setting the model ship of what people can be doing in the chat here with the show.
He's killing it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is the part where you chit chat, and I've got some questions. Okay, I've got actually quite a few questions. Some of them are based on your set, and then some of them are just general questions that because it's a chance to hang out with friends. I've got friend questions.
Absolutely.
Starting out, I always ask this question of pretty much anybody who's been on this show, knowing that comedy has changed so much over the last year. Which one, and I know obviously we know that inside shows with human beings are better, but out of the two, which do you prefer, outdoor shows or online shows?
Well, I like aspects of the online show. I don't really even think they're made of the same thing, I mean, doing a stand-up set like in front of real people, it will like ruin my whole day. The anticipation, the anxiety, and then you finally do it, and if you kill, even if you just do well, it's an amazing feeling. I would say comparable only to snowboarding and sex. A Zoom show is very low lift. I didn't have to move. I've been sitting here all day. I enjoy it. It's just, here's what it is. There's much less risk, so there's much less reward. So I enjoy it because I like to talk and convene and talk with friends, but it just doesn't hit that thing that stand-up hits and real live audiences hit.
Have you gotten to do any in real life shows yet? You said you haven't been in a bar in a while or anything like that because of other life choices, but have you gotten to do any?
I haven't been hustling. I mean, I don't have any new material. I'm a terrible, I've been a very bad boy. So it's been a while for me.
I think that that's fine. Everybody's allowed to take their time, which is also, and that actually brings me to my next question. You're moving to LA.
I am, yeah.
What do you like about the Pacific Ocean over the Atlantic Ocean?
The weather. It really is a weather choice. I'm sick of winter. It really destroys me. I go it because I feel sad, and then my brain is like, "Hey, dude, it's fine. Just eat and play video games, and that's fine." And it really struck me. Like on the first kind of summery day in New York, I felt like a new person. I was super motivated. I started, not masturbating 8 hours a day. It was like it was like this switch where I was like, see, this isn't like just a mentality thing. This is like I'm a plant, basically. I need that sun.
Makes sense. And you're getting sun right now too in Arizona. You're gonna fry, and then you're gonna kind of get a little bit more of that like sea air as soon as you get out to California.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned the difference between cats and dogs eating you, and I really think that really did break new ground. What do you think the wait times are for other animals?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I would say very similar to the cat. I think an iguana, they're going to down you right away.
Mm-hmm.
A mouse, I'd be very curious. I think maybe a mouse would wait. A rat, I know that rat is getting you. A snake is already trying to eat you. They're not even hiding that shit. They're trying to kill you at all times.
What about a bird?
A bird, I don't know that a bird, I mean, a vulture, obviously. I don't know if birds eat meat. I don't really know how birds work, but I honestly think dogs are unique. I think they're wonderful, loving creatures. And I respect the cat, by the way, because a lot of people, you're anti. I'm not anti-cat. I'm just calling them like I see them. I'm a straight shooter on cats.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's good. Don't understand how birds work, but love and respect cats.
I wanted to bounce a joke off you, actually, if that's okay. It's heteronormative, so you can also just shoot it down. But I was thinking about this, and I've heard this from some women. They'll say, "Oh, well, there's no male birth control because men don't want it, right? Men refuse to take it. Men are lazy." It kind of builds into this patriarchal thing. But then I have another friend who's like, "Men will do anything to hit it raw." That seems unfair. Which one is it? I feel like how can we be pigs and trash at once? See, I don't have a punchline there, but that's sort of where I was going. Are we pigs or are we dogs? Pick.
Well, here's the problem with bouncing jokes off of me is I think that jokes that fall apart at the end are extremely funny. I think I just love the idea of watching something disintegrate. I think that that's hilarious to me. So, you keep working on it and make me laugh less. Okay, last question, and then I gotta send you. We gotta scooch on to the show, and you've got places to go tonight too. So I gotta let you go free. You mentioned Jaeger in your set, and I think Jaeger is aging poorly. I don't think people drink Jaeger the way people drank Jaeger.
Well, I've been sober for 7 years. Can you cut me some slack? That's hilarious. Yeah, what should I update it to? I guess.
Well, I don't know. Do you know, it's like a lavender liqueur, and everybody just acted like it was so hardcore because they put a deer on the front of it. But it's not. It's like drinking Hypnotic with Red Bull.
That's really funny. I have good memories with it. You're right. It feels dated and it feels derivative because I feel like Jaeger is a punchline. I don't know if it's David Tell or something. So I'm a hack basically, and I need to update my act. Hey,
I just think
who's got a rotary telephone, folks? How we doing?
Calling your friend
Yeah. The .com bubble. Have you heard of this? Have you done this, people? Oh boy.
Okay, great. Well, Danny, you're incredible. I hope your move goes okay. I hope you stay out of the sun too much, but get just enough for your planty needs. And thank you so much for being on the show. And we'll talk to you later.
You're a gem. Bye.
You are. Bye. All right, you guys. That's Danny Vega. He's fantastic. You can check out his podcast, AITA. Or Am I the Asshole? Anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all over the place. And it's awesome. It's really, and he also is the moderator of the Facebook group for that exact same, topic of conversation. So as far as guests go, he's a great one. All right, so moving on from guest, it's your second favorite part of the show, which is always segment. Today's segment is very interesting. It's something that I've noticed, and I'm going to keep it pretty brief because we have so much more show to get to today and so many other guests to get to today that segment should remain brief. I did notice this. So Meow Wolf is this local art collective in New Mexico. They have what is called the House of Eternal Return, a living exhibit in Santa Fe that was funded by George R. R. Martin. Now they've kind of branched out. They have one that's about to open in Denver. There's a brand new exhibition in Las Vegas called Area 15. It's in Area 15, and their exhibit is called Omega Mart. It's a big, weird grocery store, and it actually opens up into a bunch of other little spaces that you can explore. Deep inside of it is a bar, and they posted this recently that at their bar they have old-fashioned spray, and it's a blue old-fashioned that comes to you served with a spray bottle, which I think is maybe the most amazing way to do a drink, especially in Vegas, because if you can walk down the street and just like spray yourself with it, I think that sounds like a great plan. And then also I saw this advertised to me on Facebook, and I think I know exactly why I got targeted for this, because this is right up my alley. This is something. All right, you put your bottle in it, shake it up, and then you can spray it like a squirt gun right in that guy's face, get it all up in his beard, and then, just make a party from like 1,000 yards away, which if you ask me, that sounds like the safest COVID like thing that you could do these days. I did also watch a Shark Tank bit with these guys. Those guns like sell for $100 each, and that's before you even buy the champagne. So I think that there's some other options here. We can combine the two. And I really think that if we put our minds to it and if we follow the trends, we are going to have spray bottle summer. I don't care what Chet Hanks says. It's not white boy summer. We're going to have spray bottle summer, and every party can have a spray bottle at it. And I just want you guys to open your minds a little bit to the idea of a spray bottle. Oh, hypnotic. Yeah, that was fantastic. It's it's like a blue liqueur that we could put in a spray bottle because it's also not carbonated, and we could go nuts with it. So think about spray bottle summer. If you're into the idea of spray bottle summer, may I just mention to you that you could go on Amazon right now. They have these spray bottles available for sale. Imagine a pride parade where you show up and you have little itty bitty firecrackers in each of these, or nutcrackers in each of these little bottles, and you just hand them out to people all chilled and nice, and they're walking up and down the street just like it's Banaka. That sounds like a really great plan. Or, throw a couple mind erasers in these spray bottles. Take your time with it. You know what I mean? Really savor the taste of a mind eraser, because that's what that drink is meant to do anyway. Anyway, that's the segment, you guys. It's going to be spray bottle summer. It's going to be huge. I'm super excited about it, and I think you should get hyped about it too. Look, I dressed up in my spray bottle summer shirt, and I didn't wear a beanie for the first time since starting this show. So I'm ready for spray bottle summer, and I hope you are too. Okay, it's time now for next guest. I am super excited to introduce y'all to our next guest. She is a part-time bro, but now she is full-time back in Albuquerque from New York, and you can catch her tomorrow night at the B2B Brewery in Albuquerque. So if you're watching from far away, you catch a flight. And then it starts at 8:30 tomorrow, and you can get the tickets on Eventbrite. I'm also part of the show. I am so excited for us to get to perform together, because the entire time we were in New York, never really performed together. So please welcome, put your hands together for A. Marie Castillo.
Hi. Oh, hello, everybody. It's true. I'm back in my childhood room in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I have made it. No, we'll get to that. I moved all the way from New York City. Survived a pandemic in New York City. I know, I never thought I'd move back here, but we'll get to that. I had a good 2020 until 2 months. Well, I don't know. I was very proud of myself. I've lived in New York for 13 years, and 2020 was the first year I didn't date a douchebag. But I also didn't date. So, When. I just thought it was insane that my friends were saying that they were dating during the pandemic, but I guess it makes sense. I guess the losers of the world, the unemployed guys, the fuck boys, they really killed it in the pandemic, because you could say you don't have a job and it, crushing it. It's all right. It's all good. Moved back to Albuquerque, New Mexico. People are pumped. People want to come to New Mexico. That's interesting, because when I first moved to New York 13 years ago, a lot of people in New York didn't even know it was a state. They thought I was a tall Mexican. I know you guys can't tell, but I'm sitting down. I'm 5'12". I say 5'12" because I'm trying to be cute. I'm basically the height every 5'9" guy thinks he is. You're not. Every 5'9" guy thinks he's 6 foot. It's a competition at the bar all the time. I'm varsity, you're JV. Sarah said I'm a part-time bro. I didn't like the word tomboy anymore, and someone started calling me part-time bro one day. It was awesome. I actually work in sports media. I cover for the NFL. I know it's weird. I'm a woman. Why would they let me do that? Oh my God, we don't know anything. Kidding. My favorite part, though, about working in sports media is when guys question your fandom. Like, I don't have Google or eyes or ears or anything. And besides working in sports media, like, I'm a diehard sports fan. Like, I live for the NFL. And my favorite part is on football Sundays, I'll be dressed like a complete asshole at the bar, like full jersey, not attractive. And guys will come up to you and question me, like ask me to name 3 players. Their ego's that big that they thought I was like, you know what I'm going to do to get some dick today? I'm going to dress up like a complete asshole. I'm going to go to the bar around 10:30 a.m. and start smashing Bud Lights. That will prove that I am an undercover sports fan, and they'll never know. It's good. I think leaving New York was a positive thing. I love New York, but it's very toxic. Like, once I left New York, I was like, wow, I've been in a toxic relationship for 13 years. Like, I can't believe I was spending $17 on salad. Like, it's insane. New York's a confusing place. It's the only place you can be single and in a relationship at the same time. I'm looking forward to coming back to Albuquerque and seeing who just switched partners from high school. That's great. I'm probably the only single person left in Albuquerque. But back in New York, I actually, when I wasn't crushing it on Zoom comedy shows during the pandemic, I also was a nanny for 3 really rich Jewish kids. I call them my sugar babies. And they were really cute. They're awesome. I actually just used them for their Hamptons house, to be honest. But the youngest one was my favorite. I love when people say, when they have multiple kids, they're like, I don't have a favorite kid. That's not true. I'm the golden child in my family. But then as I get older, I'm kind of embarrassed because my sister is a drug addict. So she basically gave me no competition my whole life. She's still mad about it. She's like, your mom's favorite. I'm like, I didn't do drugs. I have student loans and cavities. What do you want me to do? But no, the youngest kid was my favorite. And when I'm gonna close. This is one of my favorites. The youngest kid was my favorite. He was like 10 and he was going through, and he's super rich. House in the Hamptons, house in Miami. Millions of dollars. And he comes home and he's going through like puberty class. And I was like the cool nanny. I'd like pour us rosé, give him some goldfish. And one day he came home and he had like a burning question for me. And he was like, is my penis ever going to get bigger? And that's a really nerve-wracking moment. I don't know if any parents are watching, but like, what do? Do you just be honest with the kid? You go scientifically? And I just went honest. And I said, you know what, kid? It doesn't matter because you're really rich. That's one of my favorites. But thanks, guys, so much. This is really awkward, but it's a lot of fun. So come out to B2BO, but a lot more fun.
That was amazing. Great job. Thanks so much, Amory. That was awesome.
So funny. Like, I can't wait to just be back on stage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow night, and I've got questions about that too. But before that, I was wondering if maybe so everybody gets a chance to pick the name that shows up when they come on these shows.
Okay, so
You want to give a little context?
Yeah. So A. Marie Castillo is my stage name. I grew up. My Allie Hakela is what I grew up on. Alexandra Marie Hakela is my name, but like I grew up on Allie in Albuquerque, and then I left. And like when I got in entertainment, like 15 years ago, they're like, Hakela, Allie Hakela's not going to cut it. And so I took the first letter of my first name and middle name, A. Marie, and my stepdad's last name. I was like, Castillo's way better than Hakela. And it caught on in New York. And then whenever I come home and whenever I do a show here, like they'll call the venue, be like, is Allie Hakela performing? They're like, no, A. Marie
No.
is. And they're like, I even told the venue at B2B, I was like, this is going to be interesting tomorrow. So I was like, if anyone asks for Allie, it's me. So I'm like, am I going to be like Prince? Like I have to like change my stage name back?
Oh yeah. You could just have it like on the back of your shirt too. You could do like a reveal.
As A. Marie? No, formerly known. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy that we never ran into each other in New York either, because I'm not like, I know. I'm not a cliquey comic either. Like I love everybody and I'm everywhere, like clubs, bars, anything. So
yeah, and actually that was my next question too. So you were in New York for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's so. I mean, people say
I never thought I would be back here.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Sure.
But actually, I was
going
to leave New York at some point with my sports media job, just because I make more money doing the road than in New York City. So in comedy too. So I was like, maybe I'll like move to the Midwest, settle down with my sports career in the Midwest. So here
that's awesome.
Though.
I mean, we're like, I think we're actually, people say the Midwest is the middle of the country, but New Mexico is actually the Midwest. We're the middle of the West.
Totally. Okay, there we go. I like that.
So pretty nice. But yeah, I'm really surprised we never ran into each other either. But is there anything?
Yeah, everyone's always surprised because we're both from here. In like Mikey May, I know Mikey Mays.
Mikey.
Everyone always be like, do you know Sarah Kennedy? I'm like, I don't know how I don't know her.
Yeah, I love Mikey. I sometimes I wish he'd come back too, but he's doing so great too.
Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything like what's something that you wish you could have, like a restaurant you wish you could have brought back with you to New Mexico?
Okay, this is so stupid, but I'm addicted to sweet green. That's so
no? When you mentioned the $17 salad, I was like, oh God, sweet green. I miss it.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just like so attached to sweet green. I'm just like I can't. That's what I miss the most is sweet green, and I'll probably miss like the pear, like some venues, but unfortunately I had to move back because of a tragedy, but I'm really excited to like help my hometown. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just excited to also just get back on stage and like remember jokes and like perform. Yeah. I was like, you're like, what angle do you go right now? I was like, I have a year worth of stuff. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, for sure. And plus, I mean, everybody who's been sitting out has had a completely different year other than like all the shared things that people have already been talking about. Like everybody watched Tiger King, but it's like, how do you have I don't know. I'm excited to see.
Remember Tiger King? Like, yeah, you're like, it's so weird. So I'm like, that's why tomorrow I couldn't decide what angle I want to go, but it's going to be a whole theme about like comparing New York to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And so I've been gone 16 years. And so my family thinks I don't know how to do anything. They're like, can you cook? I'm like, yeah, I can cook. I guess I'm like single, no kids, and like just have a career now. And they're like, well, what can you do? I'm like, okay, I'm going to be okay.
Definitely. I think you're going to be great. So tomorrow night, okay, so the whole lineup, it's you and me, and then we've got Kurt Fletcher, and we've got Troy, and then the host is a very special guest.
Okay. So hear me out, guys. This is just got to make dreams come true. Since it was a homecoming show, man, this show's I think this show's about to sell out in like 2 minutes, by the way. It is actually, it's 2 tickets away from sold out. So
come on. If you guys, if you're watching right now, open up a new tab. Don't go away, but open up a new tab and buy the last 2 tickets.
I'm going to be a lot funnier than this Zoom show. But this is a great show, by the way. This is so much fun. Thank you for having me. Tomorrow's gonna be really great. It's outside, which is great because COVID. I mean, whatever side you're on or whatever you believe in, the owners are really nice. It's a big space, so we're allowed to occupy like 60 to 70 people. So we already are almost sold out. So you're gonna have a real audience there tomorrow. You're gonna have a real live big audience, and my family. So it's gonna be mostly my family in El Dorado High School. So. Just to let you know.
El Dorado, great show choir. That's all I remember about El Dorado.
Oh, I'm such a jock. Oh God, I'm such a jerk. No. I was like Troy Bolton in High School Musical. I wanted to do both, but they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let my heart be in drama as well. No. But my Uncle Steve is like, just that silly uncle you have. I don't say drunkle, that's not nice, but like that funny uncle, like I don't know, just like he's so silly, and his dream is to do like stand up like one time in his life. And so I was like, you know what? This is such a laid back. I'm trying to like, all of his comics are rusty. We're transitioning back into this weird world of getting back into comedy because we're spoiled in New York. I was doing so many shows a week, and now I'm like, I've done like 10 real shows in a year. I'm like, can I still do this? Like tomorrow, I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. But my Uncle Steve is going to host the show, and he's like so pumped. He was asking if he can make jokes about all you guys. I'm like, I don't know them. Like, these are my new friends. Like, don't scare off my new. No, he's a good time. But he's so funny. He's that corny pun dad joke. And this is like, if I'm gonna ever let him do a show, it'd be this one, because it's gonna be just a fun homecoming show.
Yeah.
And get ready, because whenever I have these, my friends and family, they won't heckle you guys during your set. They'll talk my entire set, and they'll want to talk with me, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I was there," or I don't know. So
that's good. Those shows are so fun because those are the ones where you just get to say like, "Who's here for Allie?" Like every 5 seconds when you need them, like, and then they go, "Ah!" Yeah, that's good. I'm excited about it.
And also, they're just gonna give me laughs, and I'm gonna be pissed because I'm like, I know I'm rusty, and I'm like, okay, give me a second, let me remember this punchline. But it's gonna be fun, and I'm excited to start giving back to Albuquerque because I really want to help build a scene here. I love stand up, and I think Albuquerque has a lot of potential.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. That's why I'm here too. I'm excited. I'm so excited for us now. Now we're gonna get to perform all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
cool. Okay.
Because I haven't seen any of you guys perform. I've seen Troy because I've worked with him the last 2 holiday shows I did here. I always do a show when I come home for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'll bring a comic. Last year I brought Corinne Fisher, and the year before, I don't know. I just bring people. So
yeah, that's great. I bet you're the reason that Camille got to do a show with you too. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna put you back down below. I'm gonna bring up our last guest, and then I'm gonna bring you back because we've got a game that the two of you are gonna play together. If you're up for that, cool.
I'm up for it.
All right, great. So, Marie Castillo, you're amazing. We'll see you in just a quick second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Marie Castillo, you guys, what a guest. And you know what? I'm super excited. I don't even know why I made a slide for this, but the next slide is guest again. Okay, wow, that's what a change. Okay, I am super excited to bring her in. We're gonna do a real chit chat because she's been doing some incredible things. She is one of those people that has so many irons in the fire, and every single iron is like, that's the coolest iron I've ever seen. I stretched the metaphor too far, but she is incredible. She also just got featured in the book, The Rejection That Changed My Life, and I really want to talk to her a little bit about that too. Please welcome to the Chit Chat stage, Emily Winter.
Hello.
Hey, Emily.
Hi.
Thanks.
Can you hear
Thanks
me?
for joining
I'm so happy to be here. I'm gross. Yeah. I'm 2 days unshowered, man. I'm so sorry. I kept thinking there was going to be time for a shower, but no.
That's all right. You're a busy bee. I get it. Don't worry about it. I think you look stunning. You've got a glow to you. That's fantastic.
I'm sweat.
Yeah, I'm outdoors basically, just doing this under the moon. It's like
beautiful.
It's no big deal. I think so. Emily, thank you for joining us. I am so excited to hear everything that you've been up to, but I want to start with the book. So you got included in this book, and tell people, because it's a huge journey that you went through to even you've hit so many amazing milestones with this story. So tell everybody a little bit more about it.
Okay, cool. So, in 2017, I'm 1,000 years old, and I've been trying to do this. Oh my God, my husband's bringing me a martini because I just closed my other computer where I was working. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
It's Chris.
I was working 1 second ago. Oh, thank you so much. I need this. Okay. So I was trying to get writing jobs, to be a TV writer, because that seemed, I didn't know that you could do that. I just thought when I was growing up, like everybody on Friends came up with their own lines. then when I was like 22, I was like, oh, somebody does this. This is somebody's job. And I was like, I got to do that. I gotta write those things. Oh my God. Cheers. Yeah. I'll take a sip after I'm done talking. Anyway, in 2017, I was so close to getting a job on The Daily Show. And like, you do these packets when you're a writer, and like, Sarah, you know, and they take forever, whatever. And I did 2 rounds of packets, and they were like, we think you're funny, come in for an interview. And then I didn't get the job, and I like just lost it. I was like, well, that's as close as I'm ever going to get. And so I made my 2018 New Year's resolution to get 100 professional rejections in a year. And we were in a private Facebook group at the time, you and I, with some mutual friends. And I was like, I'm doing this thing. And then when I started posting about it publicly, like, oh, I've got my first 20 rejections or whatever, people were really into it. And it just kind of started taking off. So when I was getting close to completing my 100 rejections, I emailed the stand-up comic who was an editor at the Times. And I was like, would you guys be interested if I like wrote a personal essay about this? And she was. And so I did that. And then I was on the Today Show to talk about my rejections. And now I give talks on rejection. Yeah, and it did, doing 100 rejections in a year helped me in a lot of weird ways get a lot of different jobs, and it helped my career a lot. And now what I was just working all night on is it's a new show for Nickelodeon, which is fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so thanks. I'm pumped about it. It's hard because I'm in New York and everyone else is in LA, and I'm like writing on their time. So like, this is not even a long day for them, but I'm like, yeah, it's good. Can't complain overall.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Danny Vega was on earlier, and he is moving to LA. Do you guys have?
He is. I love Danny Vega, and I love his podcast.
Oh, I know, it's a great podcast.
What's he
I try
moving
really
for?
hard. I'm not. He wants the sun. He said earlier. It was the question I asked him, but like it's wild too, because like no, nothing's wild about it. It's a completely normal reason to move to LA, is want to get in the sun. I was gonna say that his podcast has a name, and my mom watches this show, so I try really hard not to curse, but I've had to say the name of his podcast like 10 times in this book. So like, it's the AITA podcast.
Yes, right.
But anybody else can curse.
Sarah's
so
mom, I was gonna say, I'm sorry for what I've done. I don't even know what I've done.
No, you've done well. So, okay, my next question is, how do you take a martini? What you got there?
Okay, so this is a Plymouth martini, straight up with cucumber, because Plymouth is a cucumber-based gin. I'm not an olive person. I have the palate of a child who is also an alcoholic. So that is how I take my martini. Yeah, damn, I need it. Yeah. Yeah. How are you? I mean, this is the venue for that, but I do want to know.
I'm doing really great. This is I'm in the studio right now that I've made out of a closet. But Kelly and I just bought a condo downtown in Albuquerque. So we're gonna have this like nice new place, but like everything is going like crazy for sale down here. So we were like, we'll just get this, and then once we own a place, we can then travel as much as we need to and be wherever. Because we told you guys we're coming to visit New York in a couple weeks, so we're gonna.
Oh, that's awesome! I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. We told Chris for sure, but
you told Chris. Okay, yeah. We don't communicate. We only communicate through gifting each other drinks. That's awesome.
Like, so pull out a little message.
Is Albuquerque one of the cities where the prices have gone way down or way up? Because I know it's like super different depending on where you are.
It's going way up, like up and fast. Okay. Like there are things that aren't even on sale for a day, and they're taken. So that was really cool. And then also Netflix has a studio out here. Universal has a studio out here, and like there's a lot of filmmaking stuff that's expanding, which is kind of neat.
Okay,
but lots of stuff to explore.
It's so fascinating, like that this pandemic has basically made everyone take stock of their terrible lives in big cities and be like, why? Yeah. If I get like a crew of people, or like meet a crew of people in my favorite city, I can do this anywhere. It's fascinating. But yeah, it's driving the real estate prices that are not in LA, New York up crazy, huh?
Up everywhere. Yeah, exactly. And it's so interesting that you mentioned that, because Marie, who was just moved away from New York also. Mm-hmm. And so I'm super thrilled to have somebody else that we're just gonna like take Albuquerque and just like make it laugh. But
You're a
I'm
pioneer.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
shucks. Okay, so here's the deal. The show is supposed to end 2 minutes ago, but I still have one more
Sorry.
segment. That's okay. No,
Yeah.
it's not on you. It's definitely because the show always runs long. But I want to bring Amory back in because I've got last segment, which is usually a game, and I picked a great game for you guys. I brought back a classic. So
Yes.
but thank you for
Give me
chit-chatting
a
with me.
game.
Everybody, this is Emily Winter. And then now, please welcome back Amory Castillo.
Yay! That's an awesome book. Everything. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So here, yeah, it's
So good to see you. I didn't hear your. I didn't get to see Marie stand up. And
I'm
chat.
sorry. I mean,
sorry.
don't. It's okay. You didn't.
But I love your high ponytail.
This is your chance. This is y'all's chance to get to really get to know each other and also to compete against each other. In
I just left New York after 13 years, and I feel the same way, Emily. I'm like, why am I in this toxic relationship?
2007? Did you move in 2007?
2000. Or can I not do math? 2008.
No, you did it right. I did it wrong. I moved in 2007. Yeah, and it's it's.
I'm like,
I'm
wow,
still
this
here.
is abusive.
Yeah.
it's fair.
Yep.
I grocery shop in Albuquerque. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like crying with joy. You go to a bar, beers are like $3. You're like, what?
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. You're going to bars, which is incredible. I mean, yeah. There's like lines to get in everywhere here because everything's just outside still, mostly.
Sorry. Or we chatting? I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. So let's play.
No, it's good. This is good. This is the whole point. Okay, give me.
Okay.
Let me just do the quickest introduction real fast. Okay, everybody who watches this show knows that I am obsessed with the app and program process, whatever the service is, Cameo. I am so obsessed with Cameo. The idea that you could just pay money for just a little bit of a famous person's attention it blows my mind every single time. So we've done multiple segments on this show that feature Cameo, and tonight we're gonna bring back one of my favorite ones, and it's called Cameo. Yo, how much do they cost?
Awesome.
Love it.
I have hand selected a handful with this hand of celebrities that are on Cameo who you can get a short video from for a small price, and you guys need to guess how much each of these people are, and the person who gets the closest will get the point. I don't care if you go over or under. It's just whoever gets the closest. Does that make sense?
Do we just yell out, or do we have a buzzer?
As a good host, I'll facilitate this. I'll like have one person go, and then I'll have the other person go, and then I'll switch so that you can kind of gauge and get the chance to be on both sides. Okay, so here's the first one. Skateboarding superstar Tony Hawk. Let's go. Emily, how much do you think Tony Hawk costs?
I'm going to say, and this is just for like a quick message, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just he goes like, hey, Emily, happy birthday. Your friend Jeremy says, hey.
I'm going to go $100 for Tony Hawk.
$100 for Tony Hawk. All right, Amory.
I have no idea if I'm close at all.
150.
150? 150 for Tony Hawk. The actual retail price for skateboarding superstar Tony Hawk, $250. Wow. So that point goes to Amory. That's still, I mean, honestly,
good for Tony Hawk.
I know. That's actually pretty modest considering some of the prices on there.
He's building a skate park. He's building a skate park in Albuquerque or somewhere in Mexico right now.
Good for he needs to. I feel like, he's got all the stories about how people don't recognize him in real life. I've got a feeling that everybody.
Down.
I mean, that's hard to tell. Who is that even?
Mm-hmm.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, it's good. Here we go. Leanne Rimes. Okay, Amory, we're going to let you guess on country singer, Grammy Award-winning country singer, and sneak star of Cody Ugly, Leanne Rimes.
I'm going to go 175.
175 for Leanne Rimes. Okay, Emily, what you think for Leanne Rimes?
Okay, so my thing is, I think Tony Hawk is more famous than Leanne Rimes, but I think Leanne Rimes does not want to admit that
Right.
she is not that famous.
That's what she is doing this for charity. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go $3.50.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
$3.50 for Leanne Rhymes. Leanne Rhymes goes for $333. That is a point for
Wow,
Emily.
so close. All right.
Great job. All right, y'all. Okay, next one. One more, please. This is a famous movie bunny. So
What?
Emily, we're gonna let you. Yeah, this is a famous movie bunny that you can get a video from on Cameo. It'll be about 2-3 minutes long, and usually the handler of the bunny does the video, but the bunny is like in the middle of the screen, and so they'll
What
be like, "This
movie
is what."
one more.
I don't know. I listen. It just said entertainer, and I did a little bit of research, and I was like, "What kind of entertainer are we talking about here, bunny?" And like it was like, "I'm in movies," and I was like, "I'll take your word for it." But
Is there something up with the bunny? Like it's got a long tongue or something?
no, most bunnies like that. Like there's a few. Like Fiona the hippo is also on Cameo, and she's a famous hippo. Like she's
Okay.
famous. She's
Okay.
at the zoo or whatever. This is just a movie bunny named One More Please.
Listen, I'm going to say that this bunny is $35 only because if it's much more, I'm going to feel really sad about what I charge per hour to do freelance work,
Sure.
which is not that
35.
much.
That's pre-tax, no problem. Yeah, 35. Okay, what you think, Amory?
I'm gonna go 75.
$75 for One More Please. It would have been really funny if you had said $36 because it would have been one
Yeah,
more.
like The Price is Right.
Please. Yeah.
Oh,
One more,
I don't
please.
think I can never be that person in life. I'm too nice, man.
I can't. I couldn't do that either. All right, One More Please costs $1,000.
No! No! Oh my God, one more, please.
Oh my God.
That's
I
1K,
know.
please.
We need to get in that business.
1K, please. Oh my God.
All right, so Amory,
That
that's
makes me
your
feel
points.
terrible.
Well, the next one, maybe not so much. How about Tyson Beckford? Famous model,
Okay.
and I think he's in some Fast and the Furious movies. Tyson Beckford.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Amory, you get to do the first dibs on this one.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go $200.
$200 for Tyson Beckford. Okay, Emily.
$400.
Ooh,
$400 for
she's
Tyson
gone over.
Beckford. Woohoo! I will have you
I
know.
think there'd be some horny ladies that would just be like,
Yeah,
we
you look really
splurged.
good with
It was
this,
Tammy's
girl.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have you know Tyson Beckford goes for $60.
What? I'm so bad at this game. And also, what the
But
fuck?
also, he should know his worth. Come on, Tyson.
You must have fallen on some hard times.
Yeah, $60 is like one of those prices in Cameo where you can actually get a lot of people for that amount of money, and then the next one up is $100, and then the next one up is $250 usually.
I'm
So
join Cameo later.
yeah, do it. I think Casey James Salengo tried to, and they told him no,
I didn't-
not yet.
Yeah, I've known of a bunch of people that have been rejected. I wouldn't. Not myself included. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the name of your game. Rejected. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess I should just try it.
So then here's our next one. Dear amazing New York
Maddie!
comedian
I
of
love Maddie.
MTV's Wild and Out. Yeah, dear friend Maddie Smith. How
I'm
much
trying
do you
to
think Maddie goes for on Cameo?
What does Maddie do? I love her.
Is this me?
No, or I don't know who's turn.
Actually, Emily, this is you. Yeah, sorry.
I really want her to go for more than Tyson Beckford, so I'm going to say 100.
$100 for Maddie Smith. All right, what you think,
I'm
Amory?
gonna go 75. I hope she does more too as well, though. I love her. so much.
$75. Maddie Smith goes for $15.
Good for Maddie. Good for Maddie.
Yeah,
I
you
love
can get.
her.
I mean,
She's funny.
yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, and you know, she does a killer cameo. She would like make everybody's birthday
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like be directly to the
Funny.
cameo. Yeah, so get it for if you're out there watching right now. Please get. This is a steal. Go out and get a Maddie Smith cameo.
We love
for
You can
Maddie.
be
New Year's
wild
New
and
Year's.
in your phone. Okay, I'm sorry. I wrote for a children's
Boom.
show. I'm fired. Goodbye.
No, I like
Okay.
that you think more of people. That's good. That's a good thing.
So the current score is Amory with 4 points and Emily with 1. And we've got one more left. So this
it's
could be
worth 10
anybody's
points,
game.
right?
Yeah, it's suddenly worth 10 points. Okay, here we go. How much for Dead Mouse? The DJ who wears a mouse head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so last one. Emily, you went first, so Emery, you go ahead and go first.
500. I don't know. Why I just feel like he's so-
$500 for Dead Mouse. Because there's a 5 in his name, is that why?
Nah, and I just feel like
Nice.
DJs make a lot of money, and I feel like people who love DJs will. I don't know. I just have a. I'm going with my gut.
Great.
Okay, so
Alright.
the bunny went for the $1,000, and that was the most. And this is a mouse. So we've gotten smaller in animals. This is my logic. So I'm gonna go $1,250.
12. Okay, wait. Before you guess that, can I tell you Dick Van Dyke, classic movie star, TV star, went for $999? Would that affect your...
Well, the fact that you're telling me this makes, but this rabbit went for,
I know, 1,000.
Okay.
I know. So he was $1 more than Dick Van Dyke. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense.
all right, I'll lower it to 700 because you're
Seven.
making me sweat.
Okay, it just, I like to give everybody a fighting shot here. Okay, Dead Mouse goes
Thank
for $269.
Oh my god!
Hey,
I
Marie.
win.
The pricing on this
You know
show.
everybody's worth.
So you guys, that's how you play Cammy. Yo, how much do they cost? Thank you so much for being part of that.
That was fun.
That's a great game.
It's a really fun because the pricing on that website, the artists pick it, so they just
Right.
decide how much they think they're worth, and then you just go okay or no.
No.
It's really a show about it's about celebrities' confidence, basically.
Right.
They have
Well, if
This
you
is-
pick me to be your agent, I will say that you're worth much more than you are, you guys. So, Emily Winter Agency. I don't have any connects, but I'll tell you good things about your stuff.
I like any agent that goes, well, pretty good. So I
So
really
funny.
appreciate that. Okay, so it is right at 8:00. We got it in the show, but I just wanted to thank you both so much for being on the show, being here tonight, playing this game, and I want to thank everybody out there who's watching right now so much for doing this. 1 second, I've got one more thing I need to plug while you guys are hanging out here. I do the show in conjunction with the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. They have done the most in COVID. They have completely pivoted to doing a ton of digital content every single night of the week now. I am just one of many shows. Tomorrow night is one of my favorite improv teams, the One Night Stanleys, who, if you don't think improv can be done on Zoom, these guys genuinely make me laugh, and I look forward to their show every single week. They also have their house team, the show that's on Saturday nights, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that they're doing. They just got written up in our local alternative press paper, The Paper, and you can read that article on my Facebook page if you're friends with me. And if you'd like to see anything that they do, including getting to see the next time we get to do this show, because I do it the second and fourth Thursdays, and that's confusing, you can go to theboxabq.com and find out more information there. Okay, well, you know what? It's been real fun, and you guys are the best, and I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you watching at home, and have a good next 2 weeks, and I'll see you guys on July 22nd with a whole new Sarah Kennedy and Friends. Thank you so much.
Bye, Sarah.